With shock, you have a high probability of increasing fear and aggression. I mean, it's high, and there's so much science behind this and studies published that it's just unequivocally true.
It could be profound verbal punishment, it could be physical punishment, it could be harsh restraint techniques, dominance downs, alpha rolls, electric shock, smacking a dog, popping them under the chin. If you do those types of things, not only are you at greater risk for being injured yourself, but what you tend to get is a dog who stops offering behaviors.
Is there, or was there, scientific literature, academic literature to have been reviewed, or that you did review, concerning these tools that might have gone into the decision-making? But it seems to me strange that something of this magnitude would be undertaken on the basis of one person's 3 days observations.
We do know that there's science that says you should never. There are recommendations for if you do from the ASVAB, or I'm trying to think of the Society of Veterinary Behaviorists. There is not great research in terms of the, I think the phrase you used was a balanced approach. That's not my language for it.
Yes, there is research to support them and to not support them. And while I was there, I was surprised, honestly. And I saw great relationships between the dogs and their handlers. I saw really beautiful training happening.
So it was with that feedback, obviously, that we're like, okay, this might be a good option.
And I want to be very clear that I am not endorsing e-collars or modified pinch collars. When I was explaining my experiences with Amy's programming, I was surprisingly impressed, at the same time uncomfortable, because those are not tools that I feel the need to use.
I think that her program is benefiting the dogs that come to her. The fact is, the dogs that come to her, if they did not have that option, would be being killed.
It sounds like you will not be using e-collars and modified prong collars on best friends sanctuary dogs, and you will not be sending them to rescues and training centers using these other methods. That's correct, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the chair of our board.
And founder, we never had a policy against using any of these tools. The idea that this is somehow a change in policy is incorrect.
Will we be using aversive training here at the sanctuary?
No. Well, not the, okay, so aversives. That's a wide spectrum of aversives.
And based on my PhD in clinical psychology, I don't have a continuum of aversive. What we're really referring to is punishment as the application of a training principle. Are you aware, or do you believe that the application of punishment techniques is highly offensive to a significant portion of your community of supporters? Or do you feel that there's not necessarily a large contingent that would find the application of punishment or the acceptance of punishment in network partners acceptable? That's a fairly straightforward question.
And I believe that if the technique as it is being used and as we've seen it used is an attention getter, and it's not punishment and not perceived as punishment, it's not whipping, it's not beating start at 9:30, then and if it saves lives, then I'm prepared to look at that. you asked me the question of, are you aware that this is, that there's a major, Justine, what are you doing, Justine?
I'm just recording what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.